Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashraf al-anbiya'i wal mursaleen. Amma ba'du. Hukmu safari al-mar'ati biduni mahram. The ruling of the traveling of a woman biduni without mahram, without a close male relative that she's not able to marry. Someone that's haram for her, mutlaqan, nihayiyan, unrestrictedly. She can never marry him, right? Like her brother, her father, her uncle, her son. As for her cousin or a close family friend who grew up like brothers, then no, she cannot travel with them, right? الحديث التاسع عشر ومئتين. The 219th hadith عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال, on the authority of Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, who said, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, Allah's Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم, he said, لا يحل, it is not permissible, it is not allowed, it is not halal, li imra'atin, for a woman, tu'minu billahi wal yawmil akhiri, who believes in Allah and the last day, and to safira, for her to travel, masirata, the distance, yawmin wa laylatin, the distance of a day and a night, illa, except, wa ma'aha, and is with her, hurmatun. Hurmatun, as we said, someone who she can never marry a close relative or her husband. وفي لفظ البخاري, and in the wording of al-Bukhari, لا تسافر, she does not travel, مسيرة يوم, the distance of a day, إلا ومعها, or إلا معها, except there is with her the mahram, someone who is a mahram to her. من فوائد وأحكام الحديث, from the virtues, benefits, and rulings of the hadith. أولا, firstly, تحريم سفر المرأة, the impermissible, or the prohibition, the haramness of the traveling of a woman, masirata yawmin wa laylatin, the distance of a day and a night, biduni mahram, without a mahram. ثانيا, أن سفرها, that her safar, her traveling, biduni mahramin, without a mahram, without this close relative, mukhalif, is in opposition, li muqtada, to what is necessary, or what al-imanu, al-muqtada iman, what iman in Allah and the last day require or necessitate. As he said, لا يحل لامرأة تؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر. It's not permissible, it's not halal for a woman who believes in Allah and the last day to do this. So when she does this, safaraha biduni mahram, her travel without a mahram, mukhalaf, is in opposition, li muqtada al-iman, to what iman necessitates and requires. Iman billahi wal yawm al-akhir, belief in Allah and the last day, what that iman requires. This is in opposition to that. ثالثا, thirdly, أنه لا فرق, there's no difference, بين المرأة الشابة الجميلة, there's no difference between a woman, a young woman, a beautiful young woman, وضدها, and the opposite of her, meaning an old, not so attractive woman. There's no difference in that. A woman can say, well, I'm old and unattractive, so I can travel by myself. No, you cannot. وَسَفْرَ الْحَجِّ وَسَفْرَ الْحَجِّ. And there's no difference between سَفْرَ الْحَجِّ وَغَيْرِهِ. And there's no difference in traveling for Hajj or other than that. There's no difference. The traveling alone or with a mahram is the same for Hajj and other than that. Traveling alone is impermissible. Traveling with a mahram is permissible, whether that be to Hajj or other than that. Rabi'an, fourthly, suqutu al-hajji, the dropping off of the obligation of Hajj. Suqut al-hajj, the dropping off of Hajj, meaning the dropping off of the obligation of Hajj. Amman, upon the one, la tajid, she does not find, la tajidu mahraman, she does not find a mahram to take her. لأنها لا تستطيع, she's not able to, as-sabila, she's not able to go ilayhi, to find a path to it, shar'an. She doesn't have a way, she doesn't have a path to go to Hajj in Islamic legislation because she cannot travel by herself. I guess the exception could be if she lived in Mecca. Allahu alam. Khamisan, fifthly, kamalu shar'iyyati, the perfection and completion of the Islamic Shari'at al-Islamiyya, the Islamic legislation, wa hirsuha, and its diligence or concern and care, ala sawni, for preserving, maintaining the a'rad, the sawn al-a'rad, sawni from Sad, wow, noon, to maintain and to preserve. The a'rad is the plural of ird, the honor, preserving the honor. Wa min al-fasad, wa min'i, and preventing al-fasad, corruption on the earth. So it's preserving the honor by keeping a woman. Who knows? Someone could say on when she went, she did this and that. If they don't like her, they could accuse her of that. Right? And women being weaker, it's different to accuse a woman of something like that than to accuse a man. Right? So she should not travel by herself. So that this cannot be accused. And it cannot happen to her. Someone do something to her, and then somebody say, well, she did it voluntarily, so on and so forth. It protects the honor of the woman and prevents al-fasad, corruption. هذا والله تعالى عالم. Listen, Allah the Most High knows best. وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.